Well, some days, do you feel overwhelmed by everything that's happening in the world? Do you wish there was a pause button?
Yeah, you're not the only one. If you do, to help us find out and find solutions to this and find our true selves, Sandra Ahten with Kevin Elliot Counseling. Welcome, Sandra.
Hello.
So do you feel more people are seeking advice and counseling these days?
You know what? Our business doubled in 2012.
Really? Wow. What do you think was the cause for that?
Well, one of the reasons is because counseling doesn't have the stigma that it used to have, and the other is just that we live in stressful times, and we have a population in this area that is willing to seek help.
And there's all kinds of different help that people can seek, from personal counseling to even like professional counseling. I saw a career coach, and that was tremendously helpful for me. So I think a lot of people are, just like you said, there's not as much of a stigma, and people are more open to it, and they want solutions.
True.
Yeah. So what kind of services do you offer?
Well, we have 29 therapists on staff. They're all master's level or PhD level therapists, and so we run the gamut from every kind of individual family counseling, for children, play therapy, art therapy. We have other services besides counseling. We do life coaching. We have divorce mediation also. We have groups for anger management, groups for dieting, groups for, it's called a DBT group, which is basically how to control your emotions, emotional control groups. Did I say anger management?
Yes, you did. But you know, what's really great about this too is I feel like everyone's you're getting a hold of yourself. You're trying to improve and bring yourself to a new place.
Don't wait until you have a crisis to get some help, really. When you start feeling like you have too many choices or not enough choices, either one of those, when you start feeling really, like you're not moving in the direction you want to, when you're not happy, just ask for help.
What about therapy for teens?
Well, we have a lot of people who seek therapy for teens. Sometimes teens need to be in therapy on their own, and they need to really be heard in their own with their therapist, and really it's not about family therapy. Sometimes the teens need their own, and then sometimes family therapy is more called for. Sometimes teens get targeted as the problem child in the family when the whole family really has a lot of stuff going on. Right.
Well, and there's we talked just at the beginning. It's about that self-discovery, and that's the time when that happens for the first time for a lot of young people.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So I'm sure not being a teenager is easy these days.
Yeah.
We'll ask if you do. So what do people, tell us a little bit more about the services you guys offer.
So we do an intake service first. So if you have a question, whether you think therapy or life coaching might be right for you, call, and we have 2 intake specialists. I'm one of them, and Stacy Caballero is the other one. And we'll talk to you about what you need. Do you have anger issues, depression issues, anxiety issues? Is it more that you're looking for the future or trying to solve past hurts, that kind of thing? So we do an intake, and we figure out what your needs are therapeutically, and then what insurance matches. Do we have a therapist do you have a problem that matches your insurance that we can get you help paid for? And then we also have different schedules. So we work evenings and weekends too, and we can get people in usually the next week. So that's another thing that's unique about Kevin Elliot Counseling.
Yeah, and that's surprising to me that most health insurances will cover it. Is that true?
Well, they cover adjustment disorders often, and so if you're having an adjustment disorder, and it is, you can think of it as, because it does cause medical problems. Stress causes a lot of problems, heart disease and high blood pressure, that kind of thing. So they want to take care of the issues, the underlying issues too.
And we've had doctors on before that have mentioned the fact that if you can't get things under control in your mind, that it causes physical responses such as overeating and trying to control that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for people that, I know that's a problem for some folks. Any advice for people? So
besides working for Kevin Elliot Counseling, I've been a diet coach for 20 years, and I co-facilitate the reasonable diet groups there. So I would do it with a therapist so that we address the problems from what I call the top down and bottom up. You've got the logical problems with dieting, but then you have the top down problems, the head and the heart problems. Why don't I do what I say I'm going to do? So it's important when you're trying to lose weight, when you're trying to get a hold of any kind of out of control behavior, that you address both the practical, how are you going to get the food on the table? What are you going to eat? What's the plan for your diet? But then you also have to address it from the top down.
Yeah, lots of great advice. You've got some events coming up that we're going to have to share on StayLiving.tv because we've unfortunately ran out of time, but we'll get those shared.
We need to have her back.
I know.
There's so much to talk about.
Do make sure that we have 9 tips for a diet-friendly vacation. All they have to do is go to our website, KevinElliottCounseling.com, or do it through there, and we'll send you the free ebook.
Yeah, dieting is so hard on vacation. But for a free copy of the ebook, 9 Tips to a Diet-Friendly Vacation, and to get connected with the team at Kevin Elliot Counseling, go to StayLiving.tv.